Timmy Joe reviews anything.
Reviewing computer parts on YouTube.
That's fine.
You gotta be pumped on that, right, Will? Computer parts! Woo!
Oh yeah.
Time for everyone's favorite game show. It's Newb Plebs try to sell things on the internet. Yeah. This is the theme song. What's going on, guys? My name is Timmy Joe. I make videos about making fun of people who try to sell computers on the internet. That's what I do, right? And today on the program, another little addition, because I was looking through the silly ads at timmyjoe.com email, and this is how many people submitted this time. But I didn't even get through there's like 3 pages of ads. They're adding up. There's too many to go through. So apparently I got to do one of these every 2 weeks. But I want to thank every single one of you guys who submit these ads. There are some hilarious ones in there. All of you who are sharing in my pet peeve of just people who simply do not clean up their computers, before they take the pictures. Don't research, what the computer's worth or what the part's worth, and generally just try and noob it up all over the plebs on the internet. And yeah, a lot of people are asking, what is a noob pleb? Well, look in the mirror. That's a noob pleb right there. If you don't know and you don't have the ability to look up it on Google, you're a noob pleb. I'm sorry. So just being silly, these are all in good fun, thanks to all the submissions, and we'll just hop right into it, because there's a lot of them to go through today. Boof! We have a nice $900 gaming PC. It's gonna be a good one, $900, you know it. And yeah, this is, it's got Carl. Stop watching that show. I don't remember what anyways, Walking Dead. Anyway, never mind. He's got a $900 gaming PC. It's got a 450 watt power supply in it. You could tell it's just the grayest of gray shades of gray. So it's gotta be good. 450 watts peak. And he's gets oddly specific on the motherboard. A Gigabyte GA-78LMT-UUS3 motherboard. It's a good one. It's good. You can tell because it's got DirectX 10 support up here, yeah. And yeah, this is how much RAM? Well, it's got some really nice RAM sticks there. I feel pretty mismatched, actually. But no, he's not going to tell you what kind of RAM or how much, because $900. You figure it out. And I noticed it says GTX 960 graphics card, plus original stock card. So I don't know what that means, but I see a GT 610 right there, an XFX version where I've got an EVGA version. But that is no 960, my friend, and why would you take pictures of the computer without the graphics card you're selling with it for $900? That's just crazy, Carl. And AMD FX 8370 CPU, no hard drives included, because this is a $900 computer that you're going to have to supply your own operating system and hard drives, because it's just worth that much. That's absolutely insane, Carl. You're crazy. Way to start it off with a good one. $900. It's worth what? With that GT 610 in it, it's worth $200, if that. 150 bucks? Freaking 8370. Moving on. Boof. All right, so another really good AMD computer here. It's a 10-core gaming computer. 10 cores, you say? I didn't know AMD sold a 10-core. Well, you're about to find out. We'll see if it's false advertising or not. It's got, a desktop tower. It's custom graphics. It's custom built. It's got an R7, in it, so it's good. So it's an APU. We scroll down here. This is a pretty nice little computer you built. It's the best choice. It's on sale, so it's good. And it's in a $45 case that you can get at Micro Center, though. A320M. So is that an AM4 platform? I think it is. So I guess it's got one of those Bristol Ridge APUs in it, but then when you scroll down here, it says it's got an AMD A8, which I don't get it. But does an A8 have 10 cores? Well, arguably, apparently it does. It's got 4 processing cores and 6 graphics cores. Doesn't make any damn sense, and it's just plain false advertising, you jerk. At least it's got an SSD and stuff in it, and it's really not priced crazy terrible, but he's not going to be making any money off of this. This is crazy. So yeah, watch out for your people trying to sell you things on the internet. They might be misleading you by putting GT 610s in computers or labeling things as 10-core gaming computers when they are not. We will see real 10-core gaming computers coming up soon. Moving on to the next one. I just thought this was funny. Not that it's a silly ad, but I guess this guy was looking at a high quality micro ATX Versa H15 Micro Mini, and frequently bought together, he lists on Amazon, a Bitphoenix Enzo mesh case, $89, an Asus Prime Z390 motherboard for $183, and then a Ryzen 2600 processor. Those are commonly bought together? It's gonna be a lot of people not getting their Ryzen to fit in the frickin' Intel chipset motherboard. That's for sure. I just thought that was pretty funny. So moving on. 750 Ti. It's on Kijiji, so you know it's good over in the Edmonton, Alberts. And yeah, this is, we'll read the description. Used only for 2 months, okay? He just upgraded, and he just wants to show you there that it's only been used for 2 months. But I do have a cat that lives inside my computer case, so you might have to blow it out. But, you know, at least he's not asking $1 billion for it. He's just got a please contact on it for the price. But, dude, oh my God, buy some compressed air. And then you won't end up on the Timmy Joe show. That's what I'm saying. So, way to go, freaking Kijiji user. You gone and done it. Blow out your card, give it a blowjob, and then you can sell it on the internet. Moving on to the next one. Oh yeah, freaking $1,650. You know it's going to be good. The offer up ones always are. And Jeremy the Bird has extreme high-end gaming PC with 200 plus frames in Fortnite. The most, you could label it as that, but at what setting? At what resolution? I could get 200 frames in Fortnite with a potato if I really wanted to, but you're going to have to lower the settings a lot. So it's got an Intel Core i7 7700K, so not a bad CPU, not a bad little CPU. And it's got a GeForce GTX 1070 in it. It's got a 500 gig SSD. Like, this isn't so bad. But what would you say that this is worth with a 1070 and a 7700K? In this particular configuration, which you will notice, it's in some gross old cyber power PC BS with a missing CD-ROM cover up there and a CD-ROM included. What's that worth to you with those components? $800? Like, a 1070 is not worth that much anymore, and it's certainly, you're just kind of slapping people in, oh, it comes with a monitor. AOC? AOC. AOC. I love these pictures of the sideways monitors, just 2 of them for no reason. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give you a hard pass on this extreme gaming PC. Yeah, even though it comes, does it say it comes with the monitor? It doesn't even say it comes with the monitor, but he took 2 pictures of his monitor. Just the people, man. Like, do your research, find out what the stuff's worth, take some proper pictures, and then maybe you'll sell your noob stuff all over the internet. Moving on, next one. All right, so whoever's selling this, it's got to be an enthusiast, right? A Rampage 4 Black Edition motherboard. It's an X79 motherboard, a crazy awesome motherboard, and you just got to know it's just worth $800. Was this even worth $800 new? I beg that question. I bet it was not. I bet at max it was worth $450 or $500. So you're selling it at a premium. Now, I got to give you the, props. It's new in box, basically. It looks very, very neat. Comes with that awesome controller for overclocking. And Amazon, the same sells for $950. So that means it's worth $800 on Facebook in my local area. You're absolutely crazy. This is a really cool motherboard. And heck, it might even have, be worth $500 new. But it's a few years old now, and yeah, it's X79. You can still get $1 for it, but I'll show you how much you can get for it, you jerk. $364 on eBay. So do your research. Amazon is trying to sell a new old stock version of that at a really high price because it's probably the only new one left in the world. It's worth $364, my friend, at max, and even that is a hard pill to choke unless you're an extreme overclocker looking to go back in time and do some Xeons or some, some DDR3 CPUs. Like, it just kills me. Anyways, moving on. Next one. Oh yeah, we got some high-end stuff in the middle of the show here. This is just, we got a $1,500 gaming computer. It's custom. It's got a Gigabyte Z97 motherboard, an i7 4770. Is that a K? Can you even overclock it? maybe some BCLK. Anyways, two AMD R9 295 X2s, okay, two of them with a 1,000-watt power supply and 512 gigabyte SSD. CPU and GPUs are water cooled. You can see that there is at least 3 radiators in this case, and oh my god, that is the most barfed up worth of cables ever. I get that this thing's worth some money. Those graphics cards are really cool, and they still sell on eBay for like $400, $500, so you're not that far off on the pricing. But I would say clean it up, get her looking nice, maybe even take the graphics cards out and try and sell them separately, because no one's going to want to buy that junk, and maybe take more than one picture. There's literally one picture here of your craziness. So I just want to say, dude, I get that this is a pretty cool enthusiast PC, but I see some green PCBs in there. I see some, some serious silliness. $1,500? No one's going to buy it. No one. Not to mention that quad crossfire, how many games use that these days? It's absolutely crazy. So $1,500 though, so remember that. Now we're moving on to the next one, and it's $1,400. And actually, it's sold, which is interesting. And this, again, $100 less, and look at the kinds of hardware you get. You get a dual socket motherboard that's got dual Xeon E5 2680 V2s, so 10 cores, 20 threads times 2, so 40 threads in total, 20 cores. That's a really cool computer. Now, it's going to be a terrible gaming PC because, at best it says it on full load, some cores will go up to 4 gigahertz. I don't think so, especially maybe those 120 mil Enermax coolers could handle the 10 cores half decently enough to do some turboing, but this is a pretty silly configuration unless you're doing a whole lot of rendering or something. Maybe then it would be worth it, but somebody bought it apparently. It's a pretty cool rig, and it's actually fairly well laid out. It's not overly dirty. It comes with pictures of the whole computer. I gotta applaud this guy. $1,400. I wouldn't pay it, but someone out there did, and that's how you get things sold on the internet, even if they're exotically weird. Moving on. Boo! Exotically weird $700 gaming computer. That's what I'm talking about. Here I've got a custom gaming computer. Me and my dad built it not too long ago. It comes with Windows 7 Professional and everything you need to start gaming, as a keyboard, a mouse, and a Wi-Fi adapter. Asking $700. Check out the photos for full specifications. So we see a fairly well-built computer there with some condiments in it, some ketchup and mustard. I like how these cables are routed around the graphics card. You can tell that's a good one. The specs here. So it's got a i5 3570K, some of this is still relevant. It's got a GTX 960 for the win. What is this computer worth? $400 maybe? So you're asking quite a fair chunk for this. And then this was what really got me. That's the picture he's using as the main picture to try and sell this thing. That is the most disgusting computer case top I've ever seen. And you're, got some nice flooring there. Put it on a freaking table and take the picture, for God's sakes. And I'll show you how to take pictures near the end of the video. I got some nice pictures actually in an ad for once. But anyways, it could use a cleaning, but for the full price, I'll do it. So if you're willing to fork over the $700, he'll clean up his dead skin cells and just crap all through the computer case for you. That'll be lovely. I'm sorry, dude. This is not worth it. Not worth it. No way, no how. Moving on. Oh, talking about worthing it here. This is a nice one, $1,700. So it's $1,000 more than that last one we were looking at, and it was overpriced. So this better have some sweet specs in it. Well, it's a very nice computer, and it runs AAA titles like Rainbow Six. I don't know if I'd call that a AAA title. I'd call it an esports title. Fortnite, GTA 5, Apex, DayZ, all at 60 plus frames a second. Again, at what resolution and settings? It's got an i7 3770K. It's got a GTX 970. It's got several different variations. It's got a total of 2,105 gigabytes of storage. 2,105 105 gigabytes of storage between 3 weirdly configured hard drives. A freaking 698, a 931, and a 476. 16 gigs of RAM, Corsair water cooling, fan speed controller. Looking to sell to get a dirt bike or a car. Love gaming, but Mom says I've been playing too much Fortnite and I gotta go enjoy myself outside this summer. So, $1,700, eh? This computer's worth, what, $600? Not even. I don't, $500? I know it's got an i7 3770, but that's old stuff, man. And it's like really ketchup and mustardly, terribly laid out. You obviously don't know what you're doing. It's pretty dusty too. It's got a really nice Wi-Fi adapter in it though, so you know it's good. But yeah, even with those stickers on it, buddy, I don't think she's worth it, even with that great superposition score. So Hudson, you're fucking bananas, man. Don't even, like, you're selling it for $1,100 more than I would say you should list that at. You're never going to get your dirt bike. You don't want to sell it, do you? You said, hey mom, when I sell my computer, I'll go out and play. Ooh, we're getting into the great ones here. It's a Dell Clavier, which is keyboard in French. I'm very, very French Canadian. Okay, I should know. This is from Quebec, Sherbrooke, and it fonctionne bien. Yeah, I went to French immersion growing up here in Ontario, so I know a little bit of French. Je suis, tu es, il est, accent aigu. Okay? So it works very well. So it's a Dell keyboard. And this one was taken in some sort of foggy bog. You know, really good picture there. But if you want to zoom in with the foggy bog, you see that you get at least 40% dead skin cells in each of these membrane keyboard spaces. And it's an HP keyboard to boot. So you're not really going to sell this for $50, are you? You're not going to sell it for $5. Could you at least blow it out if you're trying to sell it? Moving on. This one's just got a really nice carpet. It's like a magic carpet. That's the only reason I included this one. $80, 1 terabyte, 4 gigs of memory, a Pentium quad core, if that was ever a thing. Intel HE graphics. I just really like the carpet. Speaking of carpets, oh, what's wrong with this carpet? I gotta ask, what is wrong with your carpet, sir? Did you masturbate on the floor in front of the computer before you took the pictures? Or is that just house paint? It's $50, okay? It's 8 gig in monitor. And CPU tower, 8 gigs of RAM, working 24-inch monitor, works well, but the screen sometimes disappears. I don't charge the price. I don't change the price. I paid 170 euros? Is that what that is? Collect N22. The fuck does that mean? But could you not put it on a table instead of filming it beside your, like, I don't know, shanty bed? Like, I don't know. I get that some people are, you know, not well off and stuff. Oh, it's British pounds, 50 British pounds. It's in London. I get that some people aren't well off and maybe they're trying to sell stuff to make money, you know, to pay rent and stuff like that. That's not the reason I'm making fun of this. It's as a human being, if you want to sell something, why in the hell would you put it in front of the dead paint all over the ground? Because it looks like somebody did something nasty on that floor. That's all I'm saying. Do your work. You're humans. Figure out that on a table, take a picture off the floor. Might be a good idea to sell your computer. Moving on. This is how you take pictures. Okay, this is how you take pictures. This is a $900 quad-core i7 processor, 4790K with a GT 740? GT 740. But it's in a BitPhoenix case, and I just wanted to point out how amazing these pictures are. There's bokeh. There's like blurry backgrounds. You know, it's blurry back here. This is how you take pictures of a computer. Goes through all that trouble and doesn't even show any of the components inside. And it has a GT 740 graphics card. $900? Are you kidding me? This is a terrible ad, and I just thought it was really nice pictures, and then you go and look at the specs, and it's absolutely terrible. No operating system installed. Blank hard drive, okay? We do not deliver or ship. Way to go, Savannah Canacrostero. Oh, we're coming up on the end here. So this is funny and the guy who sent it to me, thanks, you know, called it tragic video card, and a PC tragic card. I don't know if that's like a bad translation or something? Like you don't speak English and you thought graphics card, tragic card. Oh, it's autocorrect. It's a PC tragic card. It was a tragedy on the Verto when the GeForce 6600 androids were forced off the island and had to live in the water, wherein the water eroded the android skin around their face. So they had to come out of the water and look and go, look at my computer face. That's all I can come up with. It's very tragic. So yeah, it's a GeForce 6600 PCI Express tragic card, you know, and it's got 256 megabytes of DDR and it retails for $234. He's only asking $10. Apparently he had it on there for $100 and it was reduced to 10, and that's why the guy sent it to me. So, oh, that one was pretty good. All right, I think we're coming up pretty close to the end here. Let's do it. Boom, yes, this is the last one. I always like to end with some ridiculously expensive computer, and this one is definitely no exception. $8,000 for this baby. And I want to know who's building this $8,000 computer and trying to sell it on Facebook, because it's just a sheer tragedy. So I've seen $8,000 computers with a little bit higher specs, and they're actually custom loops and stuff on the show before. But $8,000, and we have Thermaltake Core P3. And that's actually one of the smaller ones, I think. These are those like ones you hang on the wall or you make as a test bench kind of deal. It's an open air solution. And he's just got it filled to the brim with Threadrippers and RTX cards and AIOs. So pretty cool looking computer. But $8,000, bruh? Did you even spend that on all the parts? I don't think you did. So we got an AMD Ryzen Threadripper 2950X, Pro Carbon X399 motherboard, RTX 2080 Ti Seahawk. I didn't know that they were making the hybrid RTX cards. That's interesting. So we see that it's got on a Threadripper a TT Thermaltake Flow Ring 240mm push-pull radiator setup. That is not going to cool a 2950X. Not maybe at stock speeds. But it's an Asetek pump, so it's missing a bunch of room on the CPU and to where the cores are. And it's only 240mm. I have a 240mm AIO that's meant for Threadripper, an Enermax one over here, and it even has a hard time keeping up with my 2950X. So this is going to just barely cool that Threadripper at stock in this configuration. And then, of course, it's got 1200 watt power. Like, there's some really good components in this, but is it worth $8,000? Now that's Canadian. We see this is in Toronto, Ontario. So, you could bump that down to what, 4,000 American, after you do the conversion. Maybe not quite that bad, but he's asking basically like $6,500 for this computer, American. That's bonkers. I'm fairly certain those components, Canadian, would add up to about $4,000. So you have to pay double that to have the pleasure of getting the Beast of the East version 2, because apparently this guy just sells these all the time. So yeah, that's ridiculous. At least it's in new condition and comes with the boxes, parts, and it's still under warranty. Good one. Beast of the East version 2. I'm at Watch Timmy Joe, Instagram and Twitter. Want to thank everyone who sends me all of these ads. You can send me one at sillyads@timmyjoe.com. If I don't get to yours or you don't see it on the show, I apologize. I literally get 200 emails every 2 weeks. It's hard to go through them. Some of them get, drop through the cracks. And I just want to thank everyone. If you actually made the effort to email me, I thank you so much, and I couldn't do the show without you. And it's all in good fun, because I'm not making fun of your social situation or your, maybe, some of these people weren't looking to sell some computers to make rent or something like that. And that's not why I'm making fun of you. I'm making fun of you because you didn't clean your computer, you had dead skin cells all over it, and then you're charging 3 times as much as it's worth on the internet, and that is why you're a noob pleb, you old silly bastard. So I'm at Watch Timmy Joe, Instagram and Twitter. Thanks very much for everyone sending me this. This has been the episode, and we will see you soon with some more videos, I'm sure. We have dual GTX 780 Ti's coming up next in a video card SLI retrospect. See you soon.